Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to have the same lesson and we are going to complete it today about volume of cones part 2. As we took before that this is the formula for volume of cones, which is 1/3 pi r squared times h. To start the lesson, please prepare the following, which is your math papers and pen and your calculator. Open page 1148 in your books and we are going to take example 1. The opposite figure is a conical paper cup, and find the volume and round your answer to the nearest tenth. Here we are that we have the diameter, not the radius this time. So it is 2.2 inch, this is the diameter, and the inclined height, which is 1.8 inch. So to start to answer, we have to get the radius and we have to get the right height, not the inclined height. So step number 1, get the radius and the right height. The radius is the diameter divided 2, which is 2.2 divided 2. It gives me 1.1 inch. Then we are going to calculate the right height by using Pythagorean theorem about this right triangle. So we are going to take it out and I'm going to use this dimensions, which is the r is 1.1 and this is the leg of one of the legs of the right triangle and the hypotenuse 1.8. So find the right edge or the other leg. By using square root, we are going to use the hypotenuse all squared minus the leg 1.1 all squared. It will give me by calculations 1.42 inch by approximation from the calculator. Now we can substitute in our formula 1/3 pi r squared times h. And here we are, the radius will be 1.1 all squared times the h is 1.42. The answer will be 1.79 inch cubed, and by approximation it will be 1.8 inch cubed, and this is the final answer to get the volume. In the same page you will find your turn, and this is the real situation that we have. He gives me that the cone has a slant height which is 3.9 inch and the diameter of 2.4 inch. Find the volume and round your answer to the nearest tenth. So please read it carefully again to get your information, and this is the figure that you have. So now we have the diameter, which is 2.4 inch, and the slant height or the inclined height, which is 3.9 inch. The same procedures that we are going to follow about get the radius and the right height, because we can substitute by the inclined height, which is 3.9. It will be wrong. The radius is diameter divided 2, which is 2.4 divided 2 and gives me 1.2 inch. Now I'm gonna get the perpendicular height by the same triangle or the right triangle by using the calculations of the Pythagorean theorem. So here we are, we have the dimensions. The hypotenuse is 3.9 and the radius is one leg of the right triangle, 1.2. I have to get h. So h here, it will be the square root of the hypotenuse all squared, 3.9 all squared, minus 1.2 all squared, and by the approximation from the calculator, it will be 3.711 inch. Now I can calculate the volume of cone, 1/3 pi r squared times h by substituting the r and the h that we get. So here we are, r squared, it will be 1.2 all squared times the h is 3.711. By calculating on your calculations, on your calculator, you will find that this is 5.59 inch cubed. By approximating it, it will be to the nearest tenth, 5.6 inch cubed. Here we have the volume of cone for that figure. More examples and more applications. Find the volume round to the nearest tenth. The same idea that we have here, he gave me the diameter 5.9 feet and the slant or the inclined height, which is 6.3 feet. So I'm going to follow the same steps about get the radius and then get the height, the right height. The radius is diameter divided 2, and it will be 5.9 over 2, and it get me 2.95 feet. Now I'm going to have the same triangle, which is the right triangle that I'm going to follow to get the right height. Here is the dimensions that we are going to use. One leg, it will be 2.95, and the hypotenuse 6.3, and I have to get h. So under the square root, the hypotenuse 6.3 all squared minus 2.95 all squared under the root, it will get me 5.6 feet after calculating it on your calculators. Direct substitution in your formula, it will be 1/3 pi r squared times h, and you're going to put the r by 2.95 squared times the height, which is 5.6 that we got it upstairs, which is 51.03 feet cubed. By approximating it to the nearest tenth, it would give me 51 feet squared, cubed, sorry. And here is the volume of cone that we have. Find the volume, then leave your answer in term of pi. Here is your volume, here is your figure, and we are going to have the diameter, which is 24 inch, and this is the right height, not the inclined height this time. So it's very easy to substitute inside our formula. Just we have to get the radius. So the radius is diameter divided 2, and it gives me 24 divided 2 gives me 12 inch. So I'm going to get the volume directly, which is volume equal 1/3 pi r squared times h, and it gives me the radius will be 12 all squared and times 30, which is the direct height or the right height. Calculate it on your calculators, you will find it 1,440 pi inch cubed, and we are going to leave our answer as he told us up in the question. Thanks very much for your watching, and if you have any question, just tell me and contact me, please. Thank you.